I feel a bit of a desperate defensive love toward the movie theater industry these days because since the pandemic, and this was probably happening before that, but the pandemic really sped it up, movie theaters ain't so dependable of a way to get your movie seen anymore. And overall, movie grosses are still pretty high, like by the top films, but a lot of films are just not doing as well as they might have 10, 20 years ago. And to whatever extent the money's still there, the number of people going is smaller. And so it's just because of inflation of tickets that those numbers are staying afloat. It's very saddening for me because I love the experience of going to a movie theater, and I always have. Movies are extremely important to me. I know that at the movie theater, the primary source of income is not the movie tickets, it is the concessions. You can think of a movie theater as a big snack stand because that's where the majority of profits come from. I sort of hate that about the movie theater too. That it kind of has you at a gunpoint, being like, hey, do you want this movie theater to stick around? Well, then you better buy our $12 thing of soda. You know, that we have a 7,000% margin of profit on. It's not that big, but still. That is really frustrating for me. And also, the concessions are always just like crap food that I shouldn't be eating. These days, I actually have Regal Unlimited, which maybe I should have been sponsored. Regal, if you want to pay me, in hindsight, that would be great. Basically, you pay for, I think mine's like $25 a month or something like that, and I get to see one movie every single day for the entire month. It breaks even after like 2 movies. It's great. It's excellent. And at the same time, I feel bad when I go to a theater and I don't get any concessions. Because I might be supporting Regal, but I might not be strongly convincing them that this theater really needs to be there. I don't know exactly how the economics works, but my solution to that is that I always at least get myself a bottle of water. I go and get one enormous bottle of water that costs like $5 or $6. You know, I would be annoyed otherwise, but that's how I just give myself a little bit of peace of mind that I'm not leaving this theater totally out in the cold. I'm looking at these people working here and I'm like, I am somewhat supporting your ability to still have your job here. I am somewhat supporting the experience of going out somewhere, hopefully with some other people and for the purposes of being around other people. And I'm supporting us not getting locked into our tiny little boxes of our houses or apartments to watch things until the end of time. The movie theater remains, I think, it's just very valuable. And I don't want to get too flowery or overthinky about it. And I also don't want to have this desperate attached love that I do to movie theaters. But truthfully, it's kind of only gotten worse the last few years. My main movie theater that is only about a mile away from here, or was, closed permanently about a year and a half ago. Out of nowhere. Didn't give any heads up that that was about to happen. My mom and I saw Wicked there on Saturday, and then by Monday, it was poof, gone. Actually, it might have been on a Thursday that we saw our last movie. I don't remember. I will say it was kind of a bit of a nice swan song. Literally a song to have the final note be Elphaba flying up into the sky in a pretty good movie of Wicked, the first one, you know, it was altogether nice closure, and maybe it was kind of nice also that I didn't know that it was closing, so that movie experience was just what it was, and it wasn't given this overcast of sadness that the movie theater would not be there anymore. But I will say, with that movie theater closing, I at least felt like I had paid my dues to it. It had felt like a movie theater that everybody had long forgotten for a while. There were a lot of screenings I went to there where I was the only person there, literally. But, you know, I did what I could. I got my bottle of water, and sometimes more than that, right? But I always paid my dues at least a little bit. Yeah. I don't have a funny way to wrap this up. I just really miss that theater. And, I love water.